For a guy who was admittedly greener than grass when he came into the precast concrete industry more than 3 decades ago, Howard Wingert has become one of the industry's stalwarts. With the mentoring of those who came before him, like his in-laws Bob and Carolyn Hammond, Howard became an ambassador for the industry and a keeper of the traditions and close relationships that make the National Precast Concrete Association a unique organization. When Howard started dating Cindy Hammond in 1978, he was a recent graduate of The Ohio State University with ambitions to one day become an attorney. A member of the Buckeye track and cross country teams, he was part of the school's record-setting distance medley foursome. As he ran off to law school, Howard was planning a career as an attorney. He was not thinking about the precast concrete industry. But Cindy's parents, Bob and Carolyn Hammond, were building a thriving company that they started in 1966, which they incorporated as Concrete Sealants in 1970. They had joined NPCA when the association was just 3 years old and were among the precast pioneers who helped establish the culture and tradition of NPCA. Howard and Cindy married in 1980. After earning his law degree at the University of Dayton in 1984, Howard went from being the summertime help in the factory to the general manager of Concrete Sealants. It was his time in the factory that helped him better understand precasters and how Conseal's products integrate into precast concrete systems. Early in his career, Howard learned the importance of contributing to the industry through involvement in ASTM, where he is still active today. He has spent more than 30 years serving on both the ASTM C13 Concrete Pipe Committee and the ASTM C27 Precast Concrete Products Committee, where he served as the committee chairman for over a decade. He was first introduced to NPCA in 1986 when the annual convention came to Columbus. He remembered that time and the NPCA members who welcomed him in an interview for NPCA's 50th anniversary in 2015.
I was lost in the sense that I had talked with customers on the phone. I'd been active for 2 years, but I didn't really know what to expect when I got into the exhibit hall and all the functions. But the thing that strikes me the most about this association was the warm reception that a green kid like me received from people who I considered to be some of the key people at that time. I still remember meeting Jack Ditcher for the first time in 1987 at a convention in San Diego, and I was introduced to Jack, and he sat at a bar and talked to me at the hotel bar for probably a half an hour as if we were old friends. And I considered him one of the stalwarts of the industry, and he treated me just like a cohort, and that really impressed me. And there's other people who did the same thing. They really treated us as if we were contributing members of the association.
And contribute they did. When Howard took over as the company president in 1997, he continued the active involvement of Concrete Sealants employees with NPCA.
We were taught, when I say we, everyone here at Concrete Sealants were taught by my father-in-law, you take care of the NPCA, and NPCA take care of you. So we've been involved at just about every level. We've been involved in task groups. We've been involved in committees. We've been involved in helping fight battles with other associations. The National On-Site Wastewater Recycling being a good example, where we were all together. We don't make septic tanks, but we certainly want precast to be in the on-site sewage business. Serving on the board of directors, serving on the foundation, being involved in the campaigns to raise money for the foundation. I think we've been involved in just about all the aspects, and again, it gets back to the saying that you take care of NPCA, NPCA is going to take care of you.
Darrell Cloud, a Yoakum Award winner in 2011 and a 28-year Conseal employee, had this to say about Howard Wingert's industry and association leadership.
You know, when Mr. Hammond started Concrete Sealants, he created a culture revolving around family. And over the years, it's been fun to watch how Howard continued, nurtured, and enhanced the family-oriented culture by not only how he treats his employees, but the examples that he sets with his own family.
Born to Jess and Matilda Wingert in Springfield, Ohio, Howard's dad drove him to excel at his passions, one of which turned out to be running, which led to a stellar track career at Ohio State and later in life, marathons. It was Howard's kind spirit and the respect for others that earned him the heart of his wife. His runner's body and long blonde hair were easy on the eyes too, according to wife Cindy. Celebrating 38 years of marriage this year, Howard and Cindy have 3 children, Jess, Carrie, and Andrew. Life has always been an adventure for the family, and even though running a business is constantly demanding, Howard and Cindy always found time to support their children's passions as they were growing up. Howard always made an effort to break away from work to support each kid, whether it was baseball, gymnastics, dance, or reading, especially at an early age, which led to nicknames between Carrie and her dad of Razzmatazz and Dadmatazz. Now that the kids are out of the house, that time is devoted to traveling with Cindy, following his beloved Ohio State Buckeyes, and enjoying grandchildren Adam, Tyler, and David. The Wingert children had this to say to their father.
Congratulations, Dadmatazz. You're an incredible leader and role model, and I'm so proud of you. Love you.
Congratulations, Dad. I'm so proud of you. You are a strong leader and a hard worker. It makes me even more proud that you are receiving the Robert E. Yoakum Award. You are an inspiration of what diligent hard work can do and an inspiring father.
Dad, the way that you embrace the wisdom of the great men who come before you is one of your many invaluable traits. By capturing their example, you make all of us around you better. Thank you, I love you, and congratulations on your Yoakum Award.
As Concrete Sealants continues to grow its business outside of the United States, Howard continues to promote the use of precast and NPCA. Howard often conducts seminars to teach best practices in precasting with the goal of improving international standards. Many of his trips result in international visitors coming to visit the United States and attend the precast show. And in typical Howard Wingert style, many of those international relationships have grown to become more like family than business relationships, just like those here in the United States. And, of course, he has many longtime friends in the industry. One of those is Jeff Hoffman, whom Howard welcomed at an NPCA event, just as Jack Ditcher had welcomed Howard many years earlier.
In 1986 that I first had the pleasure of meeting Howard. We were new members, and I was at the annual convention in Columbus, Ohio by myself, looking like a deer in the lights. Howard took me under his wing as if I was a family member, and that started a new and treasured friendship with his and my family. It is with great admiration and respect that I say to my friend, congratulations to a very deserving recipient. You truly embody the spirit of this award. Here's to you, my friend.
It's just a warm association to belong to, in the sense that people care about each other. I've attended funerals, I've attended weddings, for people who I consider friends, much more than I consider them customers. You know, business comes and goes, but friendships stick around for a long time.
And a final tribute comes from Concrete Sealants co-founder Carolyn Hammond, who had this to say to Howard on learning of his Yoakum Award.
The Yoakum Award could not go to a finer person than you, and you are most deserving of all the work that you've done for Concrete Sealants in promotion of the product and of NPCA, and for all the fine people that we've met through the company. Congratulations, Howard. I think it's something that I wish Bob were here to help celebrate this moment.
From your family and many friends at NPCA and abroad, congratulations, Howard Wingert, on your 2018 Robert E. Yoakum Award.